Hello everyone, this is Bianca and welcome back to my channel. So I'm giving you guys a little chocolate cranberry fall look, and if you want to see how I created this look, then let's just get right into it. So I already have my foundation on, and right now I'm just priming my eyelids with the Too Faced concealer, Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Chestnut, and I'm just really blending that concealer all over my eyelids. I'm making sure to make sure that concealer is blended, fully blended out. And then I'm going to go in with my Beauty Bakery Flour Setting Powder just to set that concealer to make sure once I put on my eyeshadow, it does not move. The palette that I'll be using today is the Masquerade palette by Juvia's Place, and I'll first be going into the shade Burkini. That's the shade that I'm going to be using as my transition shade, just really right there, right underneath my brow bone. I'll be just really blending that shade in there. Not too heavy. It don't really look like anything right now, but later on you'll be able to see it. Next, kind of right on top of my crease, I'm going to be going into the shade Fulani. I think that's how you pronounce it. I may have it wrong, but it's Fulani, and I'm going right kind of on top of my crease. My eyes are shaped a little weird. I have really deep set eyes and a lot of extra skin, so that's why I say kind of a little bit on top of my crease in with that shade. And the next shade that I'll be using is Ada from that same palette, and I'm really going to be focusing this really heavy on that outer V, like that outer corner. Really just packing that shade on there. I want this to be like really deep, so I'm really going overboard, and I'm blending it out a little bit as well, kind of I don't know what you would call that. What would you call that? Kind of blending it all the way out, kind of by where my brow ends. I'm just going to be kind of blending that up a little bit as well. And then I'm going to be bringing it a little bit in my crease, just a little, not too much. I'm not going to be making it heavy, but I'm just going to be kind of sweeping it over with the leftover product that I have in there. And you'll see why I do that later on. And then for my lid, I'm going to be going into the color Cario. And I'm just going to be putting that right on my lid, just packing it on there. And that's like on my inner lid. I'm going to be putting Cario right there. Just on my inner lid and kind of, well, on my inner, kind of sweeping it out a little bit. And I'm just really looking to see how that looks. And then I'm going to go in the center, kind of in the center of my lid, but not really towards the end. I'm going to be going into the shade Calabar, and I'm just going to be putting that kind of in the center of my lid. And that's really just to give Cario a little more depth, a little more shine, because that Calabar is more of kind of a shimmer shade. Then I'm just going to be going back to Ada just to really, kind of deepen that crease up a little bit. Well, not deepen the crease, but deepen the outer V out up a little bit. Just because I feel like Calabar kind of took a little bit of its color from it. So I'm just going back into Ada. Then I'm gonna dip into Zulu to go right where I put Burkini. I'm going to be putting Zulu, just using Zulu to kind of blend everything together, because if you remember, I kind of put a little bit of Ada also in my crease as well. So Zulu just really going to be blending everything out and bringing everything together. I'm going to be dipping into my Morphe 35OM palette. These shades do not have names, but it's like one of the darkest shades in the palette. And I'm going to be really focusing that in that outer V. Really just bringing a little chocolate to this look, just because I really kind of want to smoke this eye out, but not too much. I just want it to be like a warm smoky eye, and it takes a lot of blending. So I'm really just going to be working this shade in, just really blending this out to make sure that there's no harsh lines or there's no lines of demarcation when it comes to this shade and Ada from the Juvia's Place palette. So I'm really just going to be really focusing on blending this shade out a lot of blending. So I'm dipping back into the Juvia's Place palette into the shade Zulu, just to kind of make sure everything is blended together, make sure everything is all on one accord and there's no harsh lines of demarcation. Next, I'm going to be zooming back out so you can see my full face. I'm going in with the Born This Way Too Faced Concealer. And then if you notice, my eyeshadow was a little down. So I'm basically using that concealer to kind of make sure that line is sharp right there where my eyeshadow is. And I'm just going to be going into the Real Techniques Body Sponge. And I'm going to be blending this concealer out that I put on my forehead, underneath my eyes, on the bridge of my nose. And then also that I placed it a little lower on my cheeks to kind of carve out my cheekbones as well. And I'm just really just going to be blending this concealer out. You guys have seen me do this a ton of times, but really you've never seen, I don't think I've ever had a video of showing you guys how, if I'm going for a kind of a smoky look like this, how I clean up my my eyeshadow and really make sure that there's like a sharp line right there for my eyeshadow. For setting powder, I'm using the same Beauty Bakery Yellow Flower Setting Powder, just to go everywhere that I put that concealer. Everywhere that I put that concealer, that's where I'm going to be putting that setting powder. Underneath my eyes, on the bridge of my nose, on my forehead, and then also where I cut out my cheeks. And then for bronzer, I'm going to be going in the Beauty Bakery Coffee and Cocoa Bronzer Palette. And I'm going to be going to the shade Antidepresso, just to bronze up my face. I'm going to be going right there, right in between where my concealer and I cut out my cheekbones is. So right there, really just bringing some shape back to my face. And I'm also going to be carrying that up on my forehead as well. Well, kind of like on my temple. And then to contour my nose, I'm just going to be going back to the Masquerade palette by Juvia's Place. And I'm going to be dipping lightly into Burkini. I'm not going to be going heavy with this shade because I don't want like a harsh contour nose today. So really light contour today. And for my highlighter today, I'm going to be dipping back into the Coffee and Cocoa palette by Beauty Bakery. And I'll be using the shade You're Grounded because I absolutely love it. It's so beautiful and it's like perfect for my skin tone. So I'm going to be putting that. I know you guys have not seen a fan brush in I don't know how long, but I still pick it up every now and again. So just really highlighting my cheeks, down the bridge of my nose, and on the tip of my nose as well. Now focusing on the lower lash line, I'm going back to the Juvia's Place, the Masquerade palette. And of course, I'm dipping into the shade Ada just to really kind of smoke out the bottom lash line as well. Then I'm going to be going back to that Morphe 35 OM palette, dipping into that chocolate shade, just really focusing this on the outer bottom lash line, just to kind of smoke the bottom lash line out a little bit more as well. Then for my inner tear duct, I'm just going to be dipping back into the Beauty Bakery Coffee and Cocoa palette, going back into your Grounded, just to highlight my inner tear duct. And for lips today, I'm going to be using the um, NYX lip pencil in the shade Cappuccino. I'm just going to be lining my lips with that, preparing it for my lipstick. And I don't know if you can notice, but this pencil is literally a nut because I use it all the time. It's like perfect for my skin shade. Going into my Anastasia Beverly Hills, that's the lip shade of today, and it is the Rust. It is a matte lipstick. I picked this up like I think earlier this year when it was still cold, and I think it's like the perfect fall shade. It is so beautiful, so beautiful. I saw another YouTuber use it and I fell in love with it. I had to go get it. But that concludes my look for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you like it. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you like it, and comment down below. And if you're not subscribed, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for you guys to join the family. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.